Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Crypto Bobby. Hope you're having a great day, great night, wherever you are watching or listening in from. And if you've been paying attention at all in the past 24 hours, it's been a pretty damn good day in the world of Bitcoin and in the world of crypto assets, with Bitcoin leading the way, breaking through the $6,800 point of resistance kind of with ease and cruising all the way up to $7,500 before it's settling in the $7,350 range or so, with BTC up 10% on the day, and basically every other crypto asset in the green as well. The vast majority of cryptocurrencies are in the green. So it's been a pretty damn good day if you've opened up Blockfolio or Delta or whatever tracking you use, or if you've been trading on the long side of the house. It's been pretty solid for the most part, so excited about that. Want to talk a little bit too, not only just about Bitcoin's move today, but I want to talk specifically about some of the counter trade signs from the media, because I think mainstream media right now, I'm seeing this more and more often, but mainstream media does a terrible job for the most part of providing just solid instructions on how to understand the market when it comes to crypto assets. And it kind of is making me chuckle more and more as I've gotten a little bit better at kind of judging the market. And also just from a counter trade perspective, some of the things that they've done. Specifically, there was an article from Forbes in the past week. It was actually 5 days ago. That's actually 20% lower than Bitcoin was right now, that we'll talk about, as well as kind of how we can look at that in comparison to when CNBC taught people how to buy Ripple at almost $3 and a lot of other things like that. So want to talk about Bitcoin's move, the move for crypto as a whole, with the Bitcoin and crypto asset market up over $25 billion, according to my friends over at nomics.com, and a few other things here. But first, I was actually going to make it, it's funny because I was actually going to make a video today about how to survive a bear market and how to do certain things, whether it's master nodes or just positioning yourself in the strongest assets possible to be well set for a recovery, or mining, or a number of other things to just kind of get through a long bear market, because it's something that I've been in before in 2013 and 2014 and learned a lot from, and actually I've tried to get better from and tried to improve myself on this time around. That video is obviously not going to happen today because we're up over 10%. But shout out to the guys at HoneyMiner, because from a mining standpoint, when it comes to beginners learning how to mine cryptocurrency, HoneyMiner is one of the easiest ways to get started doing so. It's honeyminer.com. I'll put a link below in the description. But if you have a spare gaming PC, if you're looking to get started, if you're just interested in experimenting with mining, kind of getting your foot in the door, this is one of the best ways to do so. They're doing a lot of different things with the program, continually adopting the software so that they can make it as profitable for you to be mining. I would definitely recommend checking honeyminer.com out. I also know they really concentrate. I'm in close contact with the two co-founders, and they're really just trying to make the support and experience as good as possible. So if you guys have feedback on it, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll hook you up with the two guys that are running it. But thanks again to the guys over at HoneyMiner. But let's get into the Bitcoin chart. So looking at the kind of overall, this is just the one-day chart zoomed out a little bit. But I was sitting at work today, eating lunch at around 1:30 or so, and I started seeing the move kind of creeping up to 6,800, creeping up to 6,800. And there was a point in time where I think it was around 6,775, 6,780, where I was looking at Bitcoin. I'm starting to think, okay, this might actually do it. This might actually break 6,800. And as I was watching the charts, all of a sudden there was just a rapid move from 6,800, and it just crushed through that. And within 5 minutes, you saw it at 6,900. Within another 5 minutes, you saw it 7,000. And Bitcoin went all the way from that point of resistance at 6,800 pretty much straight to $7,500 over the course of, let's say what it was, about 45 minutes or so. Bitcoin went up a solid 10%, went up close to $700 over 45 minutes, which is pretty damn impressive, and just put the shorts in a total short squeeze in that time. And if you follow BitMEX Rect, there was an incredible amount of pretty high value liquidations across the board for BTC shorts and even some of the altcoin shorts, but primarily for BTC shorts, you saw a ton of liquidations on the short end of the, on the short end of the house for Bitcoin. And a lot of people had talked about $6,800 or $6,800 being that point of resistance, That was the number that I was keeping an eye on. So as I was looking at the chart, kind of as I was eating lunch, saw that move crush happen through, and you just saw a huge flood of money, and volume come in as well. I mean, if we look here too, there was incredible volume, I believe, from BitMEX's standpoint over the 4-hour window of this run. It was $2 billion on BitMEX, $2 billion of volume for BTC USD on BitMEX, which is just absolutely insane. That's massive volume. It was the highest amount of volume ever in a 4-hour candle or 4-hour window on BitMEX, from what a lot of people are saying. So saw a ton of volume, a ton of excitement in the market, which I think is a positive sign. And now, not only was it, I think, nice because Bitcoin made this massive move, but you also saw a lot of the altcoins either following suit or somewhat keeping pace, at least not necessarily maybe Bitcoin value-wise, but in the green on USD. If we pop over here to On-Chain FX, I'll refresh the page right now. But if we pop over here to On-Chain FX and we take a look, Bitcoin, for the most part, there were other alternatives. There were other altcoins that did pretty well, but Bitcoin really led volume-wise and with a 10% move. But there were some that did pretty damn well. Salt, Decentraland, Loom, Dogecoin still crushing it. But basically every single asset, the bottom, the worst performing one is KuCoin, up 2%, Cortex up 3%, but basically everything is kind of match the performance or somewhat match the performance of Bitcoin. So it was nice to see. And I think what a lot of people are talking about is now potentially seeing some type of consolidation for Bitcoin within the $7,000 range. And in an ideal scenario, some of that money, some of that profit flowing into the altcoins to kind of prop up the altcoins as well, because altcoins have gotten hurt and hit a lot more than Bitcoin has. So I'm keeping an eye on kind of where that money flows and where Bitcoin might consolidate. If it does continue to move up, do the altcoins continue to roll with it, or does that suck money out of the altcoins? Really, with Bitcoin's move today, it didn't suck any money out of the altcoins for the most part. It looked like fresh money kind of coming in. And then also, is $6,800, is the previous resistance going to turn into support? And what type of resistance are we going to be seeing in the future here as well? A couple different things that I'm keeping my eye on from that end of the spectrum. But going back to the point of the media here, and this is something that kind of gave me a good laugh personally, but about a week or so ago, this was actually on July 12th, but on July 12th, Forbes Crypto on Twitter posted an article of how to short sell Bitcoin and why more people aren't doing this. And they posted it on July 12th at 8:28 a.m. talking about, Bitcoin's down 53%. Why aren't people shorting it? The dawn of crypto short selling. It's good to be a short seller. Being a short seller, it's great. Why don't people do it? Blah blah blah. Margin trading, all this stuff. Basically, providing somewhat of a tutorial to short crypto. And that type of thing. If we zoom out here in the past week, let's look at when that article was published. That article was actually published on July 12th at 8 a.m. We take a little look at where the market has been since then. The market has done nothing but go up 20% since Forbes tweeted out how to short sell Bitcoin. And to me, like that type of thing, and I tweeted about this too, I'll pull it up here as well, but this type of like behavior from just like the market and the media in general, it's so easy to see and like look and just kind of in retrospect in some cases, but now I'm getting a lot better at this over time, where it used to be like, oh, in retrospect, Brian Kelly was on CNBC talking about how to buy XRP at $2.70 after it was at 25 cents 2 months beforehand. That, looking in hindsight, is like a holy shit. That's the absolute top, sell everything. On the other end of the spectrum, after Bitcoin is already down 65 whatever percent it is, and now you're telling people how to short, the media should have been saying, hey, Bitcoin has gone up 1,000% this year, $20,000. You guys should go short. They didn't do that. They when Bitcoin was at $20,000, they're saying, hey, this thing's going to be $50,000. This thing's going to be $250,000. It's going to be $1 million. Here's how to buy Bitcoin. Here's how to buy Bitcoin on credit card. Here's how to buy Ripple. They do the exact opposite because it's the easiest thing to appeal to people to. And I really do like, from a counter trade perspective, some of the stuff that the media says, like mainstream media, CNBC, Forbes, whoever, like it is so blatantly obvious that like, holy crap, I should be doing the exact opposite of this. And when they tweeted that out is when I tweeted that about, media or the mainstream media talking about buying Ripple after it's already gone up 1,000%, and then short selling Bitcoin after it being down 65%. If you did either of those things, you got absolutely wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. If you did the exact opposite of those things, you shorted Ripple at 270, and or if you bought Bitcoin or went long at $6,200, you've done pretty damn well. And it's exactly the opposite of what mainstream media was telling you to do. And in a lot of cases, why I think they're a fantastic counter trading indicator for just these super obvious scenarios and really go to show. And it is funny too. So, Haley Lennon at Haley Lennon BTC tweeted this: when CNBC posts an article titled "Why Bitcoin Won't Bounce Back According to 5 Experts," and then Bitcoin starts to bounce back 1 hour or so later, they change the title to "Bitcoin is surging, but these experts are still skeptical." So you can literally see here this is hysterical, and this goes to show again on CNBC.com. They posted, why Bitcoin won't bounce back according to 5 experts. And then right above that, there's the breaking news alert. Bitcoin jumps 11% in sudden move on Coinbase. Shocker. And then you can see here, published an hour ago, updated an hour ago. Bitcoin is surging, but these experts are still skeptical. Like, again, this type of stuff is sometimes why, like, at least for me, like, I don't get any of my information from mainstream media in crypto at all, because for the most part, you can get significantly better information on Twitter or on niche blogs or anything like that than you can from CNBC or anywhere else, because they're just not they're not as knowledgeable as other people. They don't have a level of expertise. They're there for views, they're there for clicks, and they're trying to generate excitement, and they're trying to do what they if the market's down, they're trying to stoke the market down further. If the market's up, they want that thing to keep going and going and going, because that's what's going to get eyeballs and that's what's going to get clicks. And it leads to great counter trading indications and just general hilarity, which is, to me, kind of just funny overall. So as far as what I'm doing right now, I'm really staying put for the most part. I am pretty happy with where my portfolio is positioned for the time being. I do think I'm in some cases hoping we'll see at least a little bit of profit taken on Bitcoin and move to some of these altcoins, because I do have some decent altcoin bags, but pretty happy with how the market has turned out in the past 24 hours, and hoping that we see a just continued consolidation and just a little bit of support and momentum above the $7,000 range. Would really like to see us hold that and not lose any type of momentum that we've gained in the past 24 hours or so. So excited to see how this pans out. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below if you're on YouTube. What are you thinking about the markets right now? Are you pretty excited about it? Are you positive, or you think this is just some type of head fake and we're going down a lot lower? Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments on that. If you're on the podcast, shoot me a tweet on Twitter at crypto_Bobby. If you have liked this video, hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button. Would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time. Crypto Bobby signing out. Have a good one. Peace.